Hey guys, and welcome to our Week 2 battle where we faced Manaphy United with their team of Tyranitar, Manaphy, Infernape, Ezel, Sigilith, Bronzong, Quagsire, Archeops, Articuno, Torkoal, and Mega Altaria. So, um, once again, this battle took place on Showdown. So, I brought Wolverine, who's my Doublade, with Naviolite, No Guard, uh, Gyro Ball, Sacred Sword, and Shadow Sneak are pretty standard, but I realized this gets very walled by a physically defensive Quagsire, so I decided to bring Hidden Power Grasp, which does more than the Earthquake does to me with this set. And I actually have to change the EVs before I show you, but I'll do that and then I just fixed the EVs. So it's 236 HP, 248 attack, 4 defense, 8 special attack, 12 special defense, then minus speed nature, because gyro ball. And the IVs are almost as strange. 31, 30, 31, 30, 31, 1. To minimize the damage, or to maximize the damage from gyro ball while still having hidden power grass. So I couldn't have 0, or it would be, I think, fire bug, I don't remember. Something that doesn't hit Quagsire for super effective, because only grass does. So yeah, these EVs are just a variation on the standard gyro ball set, the standard bulky sword stance set. Same with the moves. The only difference is hidden power instead of sword stance. So I brought Doublade. The second Pokemon I brought was Mew. We have an Expert Belt Mew V-Star this week, with Synchronize, with Earth Power, Frost Breath, Charge Beam, and Giga Drain. Giga Drain, again, for the Quagsire. Charge Beam, so I could get some boosts, because after a couple boosts, this thing takes down his team. I believe at plus 2, Frost Breath, Oko's Dragon Dance Altaria, which is what I know he favors. Then Earth Power, because he has Torkoal, he has Infernape, he has a couple ground weaknesses that otherwise I couldn't hit with this set. This set deals with everything except for the Azelf, if I remember correctly. And then just max special attack 244, speed 12 HP. That outspeeds a modest Sigilith. Actually, I'm gonna skip over the next Pokemon and go to Ignorance, our Blissey, which is leftovers, pretty standard set, natural cure. Stealth Rock, Wish, Protect, Toxic, physically defensive. It's just the standard Blissey. Just eat hits and set up rocks and toxic it. Everything. Wish Pass sometimes. Then we brought Rar again. Our Life Orb Mawile with Sheer Force, which is force to be reckoned with. No pun intended. Ironhead and Playrough are stab, and they both get the boost from Sheer Force and Life Orb, without the Life Orb recoil. Sucker Punch for priority, and it just hits like a truck from Mawile. Then Substitute, because I didn't really have another move that I could put on there, and I figured Substitute would just, if I predict a switch, just go for the sub. He goes for something, and I have a Mawile behind a sub with Sheer Force Life Orb. So yeah, I do deal a lot of damage to myself, but I've got the Wish Passing Blissey. And then it's just max attack, adamant, max defense with 4 special defense. Nothing huge. Next is the only difference from last week with our team, with Shadow, the Typhlosion. King's Rock Typhlosion, because Scarf doesn't deal with his team. Scarf doesn't hit his Altaria hard enough. Specs doesn't outspeed his Altaria after +1. So, it's just Flash Fire, King's Rock. With Extra Sensory, Fire Blast, Focus Blast, and another Hidden Power Grass user. This one will actually do more than, like, I think it's 40-something% from Doublade. so it's a 3-hit KO. Maybe a 4-hit KO, I don't remember. This one, I believe Okos. And just max speed, max special attack, timid. I think the 4 EVs were actually in HP, but it doesn't really matter. And the IVs for hidden power grass. Then I had put Mega Gallade on the team. It just didn't seem to fit, so it took me a while, but I ended up bringing back last week's MVP with Weavile. This was a Focus Sash Weavile, which is what I normally run, so True Weevil is back with Pressure. That's different than what I normally run. I usually run Sash Pickpocket. So with Icicle Crash, Fake Out, Knockoff, and Brick Break. Brick Break to deal with the Tyranitar, and then just getting the suggested spread. Max speed, max attack. Again, I think it was 4 HP. But I rebuilt this afterward because I messed up. And neither of us actually saved this battle, but I was able to write down, I believe, everything that happened. So, I led with Wolverine, he led with his Infernape. I switched into Typhlosion in case he wanted to go for any fire type attack to give me a flash fire boost, as he set up his Stealth Rocks. I just went for an extra sensory just to hit him hard, as he switched into his Quagsire. Actually, I think I might have gotten one extra sensory off, and he did some damage to me. I don't remember with what. Then I went for another extra sensory as he switched into his Quagsire, expecting me to be choice locked, because most Typhlosions are. I went for the HP Grass and took out the Quagsire, so we're up 6-5. He switched into his Altaria. Then I just kept going for extra sensories as he started Dragon Dancing and Roosting. I think he only got to +1 with the Dragon Dance. He killed me with an Earthquake, so 5-5. I switched back into Doublade, take an Earthquake, kill him with the Gyro Ball, so I'm up 5-4. Right, 5-4. He goes into his Tyranitar, goes for the Earthquake. I survive with barely any HP, go for the Sacred Sword. He survives at 6%. I go for the Shadow Sneak, get a crit, which may have mattered depending on his spread, and if it's a standard spread, depending on a roll, actually. So, I might have been able to kill him. But I take out the Tyranitar, so we're up 5-3. He goes into the Sigilif and just easily takes out Doublade. But his Sigilif gives me a free switch into Weavile. Or I go for his Shadow Sneak, do some alright damage, and then he takes me out. Gives me a free switch into Weavile. I just fake out, and then I go for the knockoff in case he wanted to switch. Take him out. He goes into his Infernape. He had Rocks up, so my Sash is broken, so he just kills with a Mach Punch. I go into my Mew, kill him with an Earth Power. He's down to just his Manaphy. I go for the Giga Drain, do about 50%. Yeah, I think he clicks Scald, does some good damage to me. And then I wanted to see how much a Charge Beam would do, because I was afraid he was I could have gotten a Mineral, not killed him, and he could have just started to rest, or do the Rain Dance rest shenanigans with that, and I didn't want to have to deal with that, so I wanted to Charge Beam and start boosting, and I missed a Charge Beam, which, if you look at Charge Beam, it's got 90% accuracy. So I missed the 90% accurate move with my Mew, which let him kill me with another Scald, but I just went into my Mawile and Sucker Punched him, and that was the game. So, we won 2-0 again, so we are 2-0 plus 4 after 2 weeks. So, pretty good standings. And next week, we once again take on the Oakland for Alligators. There's Noivern, Braviary, Honchkrow, Crocodile, Emboar for Alligators, Politoed, Kabutops, Arbok, Farfetch'd, and Swampert. I'll see you there. If you like this, please subscribe.